Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. I'm José Brunner. I'm the head of the Cohn Institute for the History and Philosophy of Science and Ideas. And I'm happy that you're here on the first day of this international conference on information and information processing in science. And in the subtitles it says Biology, Physics, and Brain and Cognitive Sciences. So this is a rather large spectrum in which you're going to discuss information and information processing. This is entirely not my field, so I'm not going to try and say anything clever about something that I don't really understand much about. I just would like to, in addition to welcome you, to add one thought. A few weeks back we had a conference here, a much smaller conference, just a day and a half and quite local, at the Cohn Institute, entitled Machines, Ideas and Metaphors. And the basic idea of the conference was that we can distinguish three ages of machines that not only had an effect on technology and on how things were done and so on, but also influenced thinking by giving a basic unit that was then used to think about in various disciplines, that developed as a metaphor that could be used across the divide of the human sciences and the life sciences and the natural sciences and so on. The first was the clock, which was built around the idea of movement. So movement became a basic unit that was then looked for in political science, in the life sciences, in physics and so on. The second stage was energy, which then was used to analyze processes again in the social sciences, in the life sciences, in the natural sciences, in physics and so on. The third stage is information, which is really the basic unit that we are now using across various disciplines. We just had a research seminar at the Cohn Institute last week on information integration theory. So there's no doubt that information has become the basic unit or perhaps metaphor, not only for thinking about machines like computers and so on, and I saw that in the program you have this kind of 1-0 and so on, so it's the basic idea of the most simple type of information that can be transmitted, but information has become perhaps the basic metaphor or basic unit, and one can talk about whether it's something that goes beyond a metaphor or not, that can now allow us to think in analogies from life sciences to physics to social sciences and so on. So I think one of the basic quests of scientists and philosophers of science alike is this quest for a basic unit that can be used universally across different domains of knowledge. And you are devoting the next days to the current most central basic unit that is used to draw conclusions not only within sciences but also across sciences. And I wish you a lot of success in this endeavor, and I hope the discussion is going to be very fruitful. And I'm happy to hand over to the chair of the first panel, Ehud Lam, please.